Gotta do it soft. It's about midnight. Don't want to wake the baby up. Let's get into it. Coach Colin here. We got Joy Reid. Joy Reid's having a malfunction. See, you got to give Joy a little bit of grace right now because she's been focused on Joe Biden for so long. And that's been her guy. Now there's only Donald Trump to focus on. So now when she sees Donald Trump speaking, she's thinking there's something wrong with this guy. He's saying it's just these long string along, it's just like full sentences. What's it called? A paragraph? He's saying paragraphs. And he's not mumbling or stopping speaking, and it's all very new to her. So when she saw Trump's speech at the RNC, she didn't know what to think of it, right? Let's get a couple of chunks of Trump's speech, including that story that if you're an avid watcher of this channel, you know what story I'm talking about. He tells the story about how he confronted the leader of the Taliban. Just an epic moment. Let's get into this though.
Fantastic, and I'm working so hard to adhere to his note to me. I'm working hard on it, Franklin. But if the events of last Saturday make anything clear, it is that every single moment we have on earth is a gift from God. We have to make the most of every day for the people and for the country that we love. The attacker in Pennsylvania wanted to stop our movement, but the truth is the movement has never been about me. It has always been about you. It's your movement. It's the biggest movement in the history of our country by far. Can't be stopped. It can't be stopped. It has always been about the hardworking, patriotic citizens of America. For too long, our nation has settled for too little. We settled for too little. We've given everything to other nations, to other people. You have been told to lower your expectations and to accept less for your families. I am here tonight with the opposite message. Your expectations are not big enough. They're not big enough. It is time to start expecting and demanding the best leadership in the world, leadership that is bold, dynamic, relentless, and fearless. We can do that. We are Americans. Ambition is our heritage. Greatness is our birthright. But as long as our energies are spent fighting each other, our destiny will remain out of reach, and that's not acceptable. We must instead take that energy and use it to realize our country's true potential and write our own thrilling chapter of the American story. We can do it together. We will unite. We are going to come together, and success will bring us together. It is a story.
Now, what did you think of that? You heard him say that? You're like, presidential, good, concise. Here's what Joy Reid thought of what you just heard. And this is why I love to play reality to what the mainstream media has to say, because it's just so funny. Listen to this.
Is this your king? If Joe Biden had given a rambling, shambling, all over the place speech like that, elected Democrats would be demanding that the 25th Amendment be invoked immediately. They would scramble, even worse than they are now, to jettison him as the candidate for president, and we would be questioning his mental acuity. Donald Trump went off that script for more than half of it. We had this text in front of us. He clearly was bored by the text and then became an old vaudevillian who much preferred his old shtick and was therefore reciting the shtick to the Daners.
What? Someone needs to check on Joy's mental acuity. He became a vaudevillian and then went back to his shtick for the Daners. Where are you getting this language from? Put your Trump wig back on. She needs her Trump wig back on. She let, it's like Samson. You take off Samson's Trump wig loses all his power. That's exactly what Joy is going through right now. Now, that's what Joy had to say, right? She heard that and she was like, someone needs to check on his mental acuity. He was able to go off script. And where the speech was supposed to be 30 minutes, he was able to talk off script for an hour. Someone check his mental acuity. If Biden did that, everybody would be in shock and awe. But if Biden did that, more than likely it would be an hour of him staring into the crowd, not understanding why there's so many people staring at him. It would be him wondering if that woman in the crowd is Jill. Then he'd see Jill over there and be like, oh my God, it's two Jills. Whole time he would be thinking, what year is it? Am I vice president or am I the president? Where's my vice president Trump? Maybe he'd fall over a couple times, fall asleep for about 10 minutes. There's a whole lot of things that would happen if Biden just chose to go off script for an hour. I can't believe that now the narrative that they're trying to paint is Trump's mental acuity. Because, and here's the thing, this was 2 days ago when, let me check when Joy actually said this. Yes, she said this 2 days ago. They were at this moment prepping for what we're seeing now. Biden has stepped down. So now the conversation is going to be, because now it's going to be Kamala Harris. Maybe there's going to be somebody else stepping in. Now it's going to be Kamala's 59. Trump is 78. Oh, Trump's mental acuity. Now we're going to go on this whole thing of Trump is so old and Trump needs to be checked out. And where's his cognitive tests? And what is this? And that's what they're going for right now. 2 days ago, they were setting the stage for where we're at now with Joe Biden stepping down from the presidential race. It's such shady behavior. Let's go to another chunk of Trump's speech, and then we'll hear more about what Joy thinks about things like this. And again, think about where her mind's at as you're listening to this. That's why I love it. I love it. I love showing reality and then hearing the mainstream talk, because it's just worlds away. And it just proves what I've been talking about. These people try to mold our reality more than anything. She's not dumb. They're not dumb people. They're doing things for a reason. They do things by design. They do things by plan. So it sounds silly because you're hip to it. You understand what's going on. But for the people that don't, they get their reality molded in such a way that when they talk to people who are grounded in reality, who are seeing full speeches, who are on X and able to see things from different perspectives, it just sounds like craziness. It doesn't even sound crazy. It sounds silly. It gets to a point where it's silly. You know how silly it is to suggest that we should be questioning Donald Trump's mental acuity? And her reasoning for that is that he could go off script for 60 minutes and talk about things off the cuff and then say if Biden did that, everybody would be questioning him. If Biden did that, people would be like, I guess his brain works again. That's what people would do if he did what Trump did. And then to act like he was rambling the whole time. These are some of the ramblings that she thinks. This is what she calls rambling.
Expected, a total lightweight.
Whoa. He wasn't talking that fast. Let me slow it down for you guys. Let's go.
But Sam, I think paid, really, we were talking about it with some of the senators that are working so hard for Sam. But he paid the biggest price of any senator ever to run for the Senate. I don't think anybody's ever what he did. He was a real hero, a really great person, and he's running, and I hope that everybody gets out and votes for Sam Brown. And we also left behind $85 billion worth of military equipment, along with many American citizens were left behind. Many American citizens, emboldened by that disaster. Russia invaded Ukraine. They saw this group of people that were incompetent. We took the soldiers out first. No, we're going to take the soldiers out second. If they would have followed my plan, we had a great plan. But the plan only kicked in if they did everything perfectly, and they weren't doing things perfectly, so we said it doesn't kick in. 18 months in Afghanistan, we didn't have one, so they were killing them left and right, snipers. And I spoke to the head of the Taliban. You've heard this story. Abdul, still there, still the head of the Taliban. The press got on me, why would you speak to him? I said, because that's where the killing is. I don't have to speak to somebody that has nothing to do with it. And I told him, don't ever do that. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever, ever do that again. You've got to stop. Because during the Obama administration, many great people and soldiers, but a lot of soldiers were being killed from long distance. I said, if you keep doing that, you're going to be hit harder than anybody's ever been hit by a country before. And he said, I understand, Your Excellency. He called me Your Excellency. I wonder if he calls the other guy Your Excellency. I doubt it. The other guy gave him everything. I mean, what kind of a deal was that? He walked out, gave him everything. Do you know that right now Afghanistan is one of the largest sellers of weapons in the world? They're selling the brand new, beautiful weapons that we gave them. But think of it, he actually said to me, but why do you show me a picture of my home? I said, you'll have to ask your people or one of your wives. But he could figure it out. And for 18 months, we had not one attack on an American soldier by the Taliban. 18 months. And then we had that horrible day where soldiers were killed. I was not there because of a ridiculous election. But we had that horrible attack. And they also gave up Bagram, one of the biggest bases anywhere in the world, air bases anywhere in the world, the longest runways, most powerful, hardened, thickened runways. We gave it up. And I liked it not because of Afghanistan. I liked it because of China. It's 1 hour away from where China makes their nuclear weapons. And you know who has it now? China has it now. We were keeping that. And now China is likewise circling Taiwan, and Russian warships and nuclear submarines are operating 60 miles off the coast in Cuba. Do you know that? No, the press refuses to write about it. If that were me running this country and we had nuclear submarines in Cuba, I will tell you that headlines every day would be, what's wrong with our president? You don't even hear this. You're not hearing about this. Russia has nuclear submarines and warships 60 miles away, Mr. Congressman, from Miami, by the way, happens to be here. Correct? In Cuba. And that would not be stood for if it were somebody else. They don't want to mention it, but now maybe they will.
This guy is literally talking strategy. He's recalling things that happened years ago. He's pointing people out in the crowd. He's telling you about world events that are happening. And this is what Joy Reid thinks about what this guy... I don't know why that face is making me laugh. I don't know why she's making me laugh so much. Probably because it's late. It's late at night right now. Let me make sure this is at the proper... I wish I could zoom in for you guys. Oh my gosh, she looks ridiculous. I know she's gonna say some ridiculous stuff. Oh my gosh. Here's what she thought about what we just heard.
The same way we talk about Biden. His unhinged performance is somehow normalized or acceptable because he's always like that? Well, why is he always like that? We have to have a real conversation about Trump's mental acuity. Because last night, Trump showed that there are two old men in this race. But only one of them sounds like a meandering Fidel Castro, who gave famously endless speeches, including remarks in 1960 that went on for 4 hours at the United Nations. Maybe we in the media should show Trump more? I mean, I'm serious. I know that all of you, that all of you have Trump fatigue. We all have Trump fatigue, and we all struggle, including on this network, with how responsible it would be to show a stream of lies to you. But maybe, just maybe, we have to keep showing the American public that this is a man whose cognitive health is definitely in question, if this is what he's like every time he gives a speech. It is more serious than Biden, guys. Yes, Biden is aging. He shuffles when he walks and forgets names and makes gaffes. But he's not incoherent. He can give us a prompter speech. He can go 90 minutes in a live press conference showing a command of foreign policy. Can you imagine Trump doing that?
It's incredible because she's talking about, can you imagine Trump doing that? And he did it. That's what she's covering. It must be because it's late at night. Because usually this infuriates me. Today it's just hilarious. He did it already. She's like, oh, could you imagine Trump did it? Oh, could you imagine Trump did it? He did it already, and then he went off the cuff. He went off the cuff and talked about things that actually matter to the people. It's so incredible to see reality and then to see Joy's unhinged depiction. This is worse than Biden. Like, Joy, we saw Biden. You know that, right, Joy? I hope she sees my videos one day. Joy, we saw Biden. You can't just tell us. It's so crazy that these mainstream people think they can just go, I'm just going to say a thing and that is it. It is fact now. I am God. I mold history as I speak with my tongue and my teeth and my no hair. It's so crazy. She just goes, this is worse than Biden. And that's it. Like fairy dust all over all of us. And we're all just like, I guess it's worse than Biden. What are you talking about? We saw Biden. He called Trump his vice president. He called Zelensky Putin. What? Recently, he was in front of a woman. He thought it was Jill, his wife, and it wasn't. It was just another lady with blonde hair. This is real stuff. I'm not even, it sounds like I'm making up stuff, like I'm writing skits. I'm not writing skits, guys. I'm just saying what happened with him. He falls upstairs. This is not, oh, he forgets names and there's a gaffe here or there. No, it's 3 years. People are making 40-minute compilations of him making these gaffes. He wandered away and the Italian prime minister had to bring him back for a photo op. What are we talking about here? This is crazy. If he met Joy, he would think she's Kamala Harris. And we're supposed to believe that Trump is worse? That's real. That's the real angle MSNBC is trying to take now. Watch. You're going to see it pop up more and more. Oh, his mental acuity. Oh, man. Did you see that? He was talking full sentences for at least an hour. Someone needs to check on his mental acuity. Joy, you can't do anything without looking at a teleprompter. And I don't know. I'll be gracious. You're in your 50s, I assume. I don't know. I'm assuming. The no hair throws me off. I don't know. Could be 50. Could be 60. Could be 30. I don't know. The no hair messes me up. You know what I mean? At least when she had the Trump wig, we knew. She was the same age as Trump. She's Trump's sister as far as I was concerned. You know? That's why I had respect for her when she had the Trump wig on. You know? We had respect for you. Because you had a good hairstyle. You had a really presidential hairstyle back then. Now you're just walking around all Wakanda. Listen, let's end it off with this. Am I ending it with this? Which clip is this? Let's see.
He's going to be a great vice president. He's going to be great. He'll be with this country and with his movement, greatest movement in the history of our country, Make America Great Again. When they criticize it, they say, we're going to try and stop MAGA. I said, MAGA is Make America Great Again. What are you going to stop? There's nothing to stop. Then they say, oh, that's right. It's very tough to fight it. And all of the people that did try and fight it have failed. But he's going to be with us for a long time, and it was an honor to select him. Great student at Yale. His wife was a great student at Yale. They met at Yale. These are two smart people. So, JD, you're going to be doing this for a long time. Enjoy the ride. And a very special thank you to the extraordinary people of Milwaukee and the great state of... Oh, there they are. There they are. You are so easy to spot. And Green Bay's going to have a good team this year, right? They're going to have a good team. They're going to have a good team. Most of the audience doesn't like it, but it's true. You're going to have a very good team this year.
The guy's making jokes, and just to top it all off with what Joy's saying, he just had someone try to kill him. He just went through a traumatic experience where someone let off 6 shots at him, hoping to blow his brains out. She's like, I don't know about this mental acuity. Oh my God. Absolutely ridiculous. Just, you know what? Let's end it off here. Let Joy sleep. There she is. She's sleeping. She's sleeping. She's fine. You okay, Joy? Are you good? Joy, are you there? Okay. No. Go back to sleep. It's cool. No. We're good. Anyways, guys, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and don't give in to this whole next wave of just nonsense that they're going to spread. They're going to try and make Kamala Harris look like a genius. They're going to try and make Trump look like Joe Biden. They're going to try and bend reality more than you can fathom right now. Trust me, it's going to be ridiculous, and I'll be reporting on it. Anyways, guys, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications. Other than that, I'm out.